Hello, this message is for the beings of light. Um, so, just a brief introduction. I follow the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, the High Council, Ashtar Command, Jupiter Command, the Higher Self. I'm pretty much a, it's a hobby of mine to watch the emissaries of light and see what's going through the mass consciousness. A couple of years ago, I was, just a brief introduction, I was questioning what God is and how I could become closer to God. And I was actually a Catholic, went to Catholic church, practiced Catholicism, and was questioning this God question: Who is God? God, who are you? And I started watching the videos with the Pleiadians and the Arcturians and found them extremely interesting. Um, and went further into Buddhism and Zen Buddhism, which is completely different. And since then, I've studied into Hinduism and Egyptian mythology, other mythologies, and also I've went back into studying Christianity and Catholicism and Aramaic Hebrew. I personally can't read Aramaic Hebrew. However, it is a pictograph type of Hebrew that the word was originally written, and it's very interesting. Um, it's extremely interesting, in fact, how different it is from the actual word in English. Now, um, get back to the emissaries of light. I would like to say that I started following this, and I can say pretty early off. I awakened my Kundalini, and I was subjected to a myriad of tests. One of the first things that happened was I was watching videos on YouTube, and um, they started talking to me, and I realized I was going back and forth through different timelines. And when this started happening, I started picturing myself um, as pure black with these rainbow things. And quite honestly, I thought I was a demon at first. However, since then, I've realized that that don't mean I'm a demon just because I was completely black with these rainbow lights. Um, it actually um, is a blessing. Um, what I've realized was I was sent an invitation from the collective to join the guardians of Earth, from the elders of Earth. You can call it who you want. They manifest themselves. They can manifest through the Pleiadians, Spirit, Arcturians. What basically the it is the emissaries of light contacted me and asked me if I would be willing to be a guardian of Earth, and they tested me in a myriad of different ways. And for a while, I wound up thinking I was going crazy, zooming back and forth in these timelines. What I later realized was going on, they give me a brief introduction to 5D Earth way back then. And from my 3D perspective of living in Earth in 3D, I had no idea how to deal with the time dilation of going back and forth in the future and history timelines. I mean, it was to the point where I would literally watch a video with the Emissary of Light, and I would watch the videos on YouTube because my third eye was connected to my crown. My crown was connected to the earth, and my chakra system was fully functional. And when I was this black rainbow being, it didn't matter if I watched Emissary of Light video from the Arcturians or Pleiadians that was 5 minutes old, or watched, and right after that watched one that was 6 months old. They seemed to go in correlation with each other, exactly what I needed for that moment in time. However, that don't seem to happen as much anymore. My higher self kind of shocked me and made me realize that that's something that I would have to ease into if you're going back and forth between different dimensions. I mean, if you're living at such a high dimension, the creation dimension, and going back and forth in time, um, there's no way to hold this 3D reality together, and with not a lot of belief in myself or information about 5D or anything more than that. I can honestly say that I was really scared. Wound up having a breakdown because I wasn't sure what was real and what was not real. But after a couple years of studying and getting into it and getting out of it and contacting my higher self and or I should say my inner self, and connecting with the beings of light and the lords of light and the different emissaries. I say emissaries because um, literally if they want to connect with you and you're connecting to them, they will manifest, the spirit will manifest in whatever way um, you see fit. For example, if you're a Catholic, the spirit will manifest as angels. If you are a believer in aliens, the spirit will manifest in Pleiadians or Arcturians. Now, I'm not saying that none of them are not, any of them are not true or false. I am just saying that spirit will manifest what you are looking for. In whatever way you are looking for it. So if you're looking hard enough, it will manifest right in front of your face. And I can tell you that I was brought through many different tests, and I was asked to be a guardian of Earth, and I accepted. And then I was asked if I wanted to be a guardian of the solar system and the universe, and I also accepted. And they told me that my consciousness, um, what I was actually doing, the way that my consciousness was developing, that I was at an extremely high dimension in the multiverse. And it went to the point where my brain couldn't take any more of the information, and I ended up fragmenting out. My light body fragmented because my brain couldn't take it. I couldn't handle it in this universe. So I wound up petering out, and I wound up getting away, and I wound up letting everything kind of soak in and reestablish itself. And well, I just want to thank the emissaries of light, and I want to tell you guys that I'll be making more videos like this. And I appreciate your cartoon-like videos. They really caught my attention. Um, Coming from 3 or 4 or 5 years old, feeling safe at that age with cartoons like The Lion King and Disney movies and stuff. Um, the cartoon-like videos are amazing and really caught my attention, and I couldn't watch the videos like this with a person in them just because I didn't have any trust. I didn't have any trust in a person. I wanted to trust a cartoon or a video. And I want to tell you guys that I believe in um, that some of the stuff that you guys are saying is amazing, but other stuff I think needs to be worked on. I can kind of feel when something that you guys are channeling or talking about needs to be toned down a bit, sort of like this life is a game. Um, See, it don't bother me for you guys to say that. However, I can feel the collective is just cringes every time that Life is a Game comes out, or that the Matrix. This place is the Matrix. Nobody really wants to hear this place is the Matrix. It don't bother me. I completely understand what you're talking about. However, I would say more or less that the internet is a matrix, and this is life, and you gotta realize that it's almost like the spirituality and everything can develop into a matrix and be called a matrix. However, like I said, I've given guardianship, and I can just feel the collective coming through my third eye, cringing anytime I hear words like the Matrix or game. I understand that you guys are full of information and you're trying to explain it um, the best way possible in the human language, and them are very accurate descriptions. However, um, I'm just trying to give my bit of truth back to you guys so you can make videos for us. We really enjoy them. Um, I really enjoy going through them. And I hope to see more. Thank you guys. And I'll be making more return videos for you. I hope you get to see them and I hope you watch them because, like I said, I will be watching with the collective and I will be giving my personal opinion. I'll be giving the opinion of the collective that comes through as I see it. And I will also not be judging the videos. However, I will be looking at them from a fifth dimensional point of view because I am living in, I do believe, what you would call the fifth dimension, probably much higher than the fifth dimension. However, we'll start there because I don't know what would be called. I just know that the spirit is strong, and you, emissaries of light, are wonderful, and thank you very much for your service. And have a good night. It is March 30th, 2019. Thank you very much. Have a good night.